Welcome sorcerers and hello to the classroom. Thank you for joining us as always. Today we're going to be talking about some of the best anime I have seen all year, Jujutsu Kaisen's Hidden Inventory arc. And once again, thank you for joining us as always. Jujutsu Kaisen was already one of the most popular shonen manga hitting the shelves when it began its run in 2018. But when MAPPA brought the dark action series to life in 2020 with their anime adaptation, they single-handedly dropped countless more into the dark depths of being a huge dork. Jujutsu Kaisen Season 1 is fantastic, and I would love to go back and cover it someday. From some of the most soul-crushing backstabs I've ever experienced, that come from the evil author himself no less, to a baseball game with a 90s steroid-era level of cheating going on. There's also Jujutsu Kaisen 0, one of the best anime films ever made and a huge step forward in the acceptance of canon films, though Demon Slayer really took the baton and ran with that. But I'm trying a new thing today where I actually get to the topic of the video at some point, so let's get right into the Jujutsu Kaisen anime's Hidden Inventory arc. Now, before I review an arc, I always mention what medium I experienced it in, whether that be anime, manga, or ancient Sumerian tablets from the late Uruk period. I do this because that is one of the most fundamental aspects of these reviews. Even arcs that could bring a mountain to tears can fall to shitty voice acting.
If you can't pay the cash, then you're out with the trash! And feel free to quote me! Yeah!
And this is only one of the hurdles an anime adaptation has to clear. The animation, full episode pacing, and soundtrack can all be your anime's saving grace, or its death nail. Which is why I am so excited to be the first one to announce that Jujutsu Kaisen's Hidden Inventory arc is really good. GOJO and GETO are tasked with escorting a young woman back to Jujutsu High while they're hounded by cults, bounty hunters, curse users, and even the elderly. That wasn't even a curse user, that was just a guy. This arc gave everyone what they were asking for before they even knew they wanted it, which is one of the hallmarks of a fantastic creator. These 5 episodes follow GOJO and GETO through some of their time as students at Jujutsu High, finally giving the fanbase a look at Jujutsu sorcery before the tragic events of September 11th. And their character work, performances, and action is some of the best stuff in all of Jujutsu Kaisen, so let's get right into GOJO and GETO. Satoru Gojo is the fuckboy fail son of the Gojo clan, a true S tier in Jujutsu society. Satoru was born with the 6 eyes and limitless abilities. Now hang with me, because I've been doing research on this all morning, so okay, limitless means basically that Gojo has a force field around him, and also he can make a little, ball, and it can be a lot of different colors, and, okay, hold on.
It's sort of like a convergent series of infinite numbers. Anything that approaches me grows slower, and ultimately, it fails to ever reach me.
Basically, GOJO can create a field of space around him, making anything in that field slow down until it stops entirely. Meaning that he cannot be hit. That is limitless. It's the same ability that allows him to, fly around and stuff. He can also observe much more of the properties of cursed energy and cursed users, making him like a cursed radar dish. That is 6 eyes. Now, if I did a poor job explaining that, shut up about it. If you want to find someone to complain to, go get Gege Akutami. His address is... Japan. GOJO is self-assured to a fault due to his godlike... Well, I would say godlike, but no, these are just god-tier abilities. That cockiness is portrayed wonderfully by Kaiji Tang, who also lended a much creepier performance in Season 1 as a special grade cursed spirit.
It's Achilles and the tortoise. Read a book, you're stupid as showing.
But of course, this is only half of a part of what makes this arc so great. The black cookie side of this story-o is Suguru Geto. While GOJO almost feels like a human fireworks display, Geto is a much more adult child soldier. Cursed abilities in the Jujutsu Kaisen universe are vast. Some of them basically give you license to be a living god, and some of them are much more of a curse than an ability at all. Geto's falls somewhere in the middle, but as this Buddha drawing turned cult leader is wont to do, definitely strays closer to the dark side. Suguru is capable of swallowing and later manipulating curses at his own discretion, basically making him a Pokemon trainer of unimaginable horrors.
Who's that Pokemon?
But these curses don't go down easy. They're apparitions of humanity's worst desires and instincts. GETO even describes the taste as like having to eat Carl's Jr. Suguru's voice actor delivers a particularly haunting monologue as he swallows curse after curse, lamenting, "It's like swallowing down a dirty rag used to clean up shit and vomit." Oh, so not as bad. GETO is voiced by Lex Lang, and he delivers an earnest weight to every one of this young man's lines.
The strongest deterrent against the outbreak of a cursed spirit is the mental calm of the populace. And that's not all either.
Yeah!
This weight shows us how heavy a burden is on Suguru's shoulders. While GOJO gets to revel in the joy of being the strongest, sorcerers like GETO are forced to do the dirtiest dirty work of Jujutsu society. While he may be the less friendly one of the pair, GETO is a deeply thoughtful person. While Suguru just goes with the flow of his abilities to live his life, GETO has a much more challenging road. GOJO changes due to his relationship with his own powers changing, whereas GETO changes after his belief system is slowly eroded away. The relationship between these two is something really special, and I would love to talk about it more in depth, but honestly, it just deserves its own video. We're gonna be covering other stuff now, so just bear with me. Hidden Inventory has some of the best character writing of any shonen arc I've read or watched recently, but there's even more amazing stuff in this arc than just GOJO and GETO. The main villain pursuing them, Toji Fushiguro, is an insane force to be reckoned with, and if that name sounds familiar to you, Toji sold his son Megami to the Zenin clan and went to pursue the high-octane life of gambling on boat racing. But in his spare time, he does still murder people for money. The Jujutsu world has insulated itself so effectively that even the few people who can see curses often don't even know what they're looking at. This protection over the citizens of the world is what drags GETO down more and more as the days go by. Jujutsu sorcerers have to sacrifice themselves for a world that doesn't even know they exist. And that tiny degree of separation between their world and the one we all occupy is just a wide enough gap for someone to slip in, and really fuck things up. Well, while we're talking about all the great work that Jujutsu sorcerers do for us, make sure that you leave a like and a comment down there. They really appreciate it. I'm not lying. Toji has a heavenly pact, meaning he gave up any cursed energy or abilities he might have had, but what he got in return was insane physical prowess and the ability to slink around Jujutsu society completely unnoticed. The action scenes in this arc, and especially with Toji, are really something else. They feel like they go a million miles an hour one moment, and then slow down just enough when it's needed. With GOJO, you get to see his breathtaking mastery over Limitless and how unwieldy his manic ego has become. While GETO deploys massive beast psychological tricks and creatures straight out of the most fucked up J-horror imaginable, while he slowly loses faith in the idea of protecting humanity at all. What's even more astounding to me is the really quiet moments that this arc revels in. Well, quiet might not be the right word as a beautiful symphonic soundtrack fills the scene, but these times to just take a breath and think about what's going on are so rare and shown in anime that it really stood out to me. Really, this whole arc feels very different to almost all other action anime out there. The episodes take less agency on their own and form into more of a film than anything else. I felt this constant progression through the story due to these seamless episodes. It was very reminiscent of how it feels to pick up and read the very best manga. Jujutsu Kaisen's Hidden Inventory arc is amazing, and I recommend it to anyone. Frankly, even if this just got you into the series, I don't think that would be too bad. Just go back and watch the other stuff, or you're a fake fan and I hate you and I want you to die. Hidden Inventory gives us just enough of these characters to show us what led to them becoming the people that we know now. The arc airing right now that I am very excited to cover someday is the Shibuya incident, which takes place during Halloween. And the real life Shibuya just got closed for Halloween. Huh. Oh yeah, we also see Nanami.
I'll be crying if I look like that too, bro.
I love this arc, and I seriously think that it is one of the most impressive pieces of shonen storytelling we're going to be getting all year. I recommend it to anyone, even if this starts your journey with the anime. But that is the video for this week, y'all. I will see y'all next time. Goodbye. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching that video. If you made it to this point, a special double thank you. I really appreciate it. This script was a bit of a tough nut for me to crack because there came to a certain point, which, like you saw in the video, where I either had to make it just a video about GETO and GOJO, and I probably would have had to rewrite like the first like couple pages of it, or I could turn like I did, talk about the rest of the arc and save them for another video, which is what I ended up doing. This is how time works linearly. What I have to show up for my collection this week is actually not something super special, but it's a good reminder for y'all. My first volume of the One Piece manga, the One Piece live action, is on Netflix right now, as I'm sure anyone watching this would know, but it is really fun so far. My girlfriend and I have been watching it, and it's a really great time. You know, I don't like love every like change they made, and it will never be my precious baby angel One Piece, but it's really good. I like it so far. But that is the video for this week, y'all. I'll see you next time. Goodbye.